Today is a day dedicated to the National Museum. I'm making a start here at the lawns with this Ashoka pillar, the phenomenal Ashoka pillar. And you see sitting at the top of the pillar is the lion. And that is one of the pieces, the pedestals that has been brought in from Fatehpur Sikri, made in red sandstone. Fatehpur Sikri has a signature style architecture, and from a distance when I saw this, immediately recognized that yes, this has been brought in from the Fatehpur Sikri. And this is the replica of the edicts of Ashoka, dated 3rd century BC. This is in Prakriti language. The edicts, you could also call it the 14 commandments of Ashoka, in following peace and humanity in life. There are 14 points in these edicts on how to lead life peacefully in respecting every form of life, be it man or animal. All the 14 points here on one piece of work. And this is the entry atrium space of the main structure of the National Museum. I must tell you, it brings back a lot of memories because apart from studying journalism and being a journalist for 25 years, I also did a very small art appreciation certificate course here from the National Museum Institute. And this is where, for a few months, till the course lasted, I would hang out, look at these artifacts. I mean, it was like a live class. You're studying art history and art appreciation, and you're looking at all of those pieces which are present as part of your institute. Uh, the video window that you see there behind used to be a ticket counter, so of course a lot has changed. Here you have the library. This is this is the library that I used to come to, and this library here is a treasure trove. It says visitors not allowed. Of course, it's only meant for researchers and students. And while I was a student here, interestingly, I was already on my first job working for Reuters and ANI when I was studying art appreciation on the side here. But I used to come into this library, dig deep into this priceless collection of books and research and pieces on India's art history. And this has always been at the entry point to receive all the visitors, all the guests. Surya, the sun god from Odisha. And this is dated 13th century. So this is the introductory walkthrough that you see. One of my favorite pieces always used to be this one from 11th and 12th century Khajuraho, on devotees worshipping the Shivalinga. This is Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh, and this is what it looks like. The detailing, of course, is um, very deep and interesting. And how can I not take a picture here? This is with the poster girl of Mohenjo-daro, the dancing girl, dated 2700 BC. And when you look at it in real life, she's so tiny. She's barely 10.5 centimeters, and one wonders, was it part of a girl's closet? Was she a playing doll, like a Barbie doll for a young girl? But the intricacy with which the work has been done, it is a bronze figurine, a bronze sculpture using wax technique. Some of it is still found that we have in Odisha. But here it says that this is the technique which is now being lost. So perhaps must be a combination of something, of a formula that is now being lost. But that size, 10.5 centimeters, which becomes the poster face of an entire civilization, it's rather cute. And this structure that you see here, faintly blue, almost fossilized into the earth, is a wheel of the Sinoli Rath, the royal chariot. And this has been recovered from the Bagpat region of Uttar Pradesh. And this was used during the Harappan time. Now, this is a statue of Buddha, dated 2nd century AD from Gandhara, and it is from the Kusna period. Now, when we were being taught art appreciation, we were taught how to look at a statue and identify which period it belonged to. So, how do I know that this is Kusna period? That's because of looking at the hair of Buddha and the way the fabric, the draped fabric, has been sculpted. So, Kusna period had layers of draping that were shown in stone, and the hair of Buddha was always shown in a very tight, curly style. And this is the original piece. Replicas, sketches, paintings, sculptures, copies of which you see everywhere. This is the original piece dated 12th century from Chola, the Natraj. And the absolute perfection in its beauty, doing the tandav, destroying everything, and then creating it, and then preserving it in this cyclic manner. It is absolute bliss in the midst of destruction. And this is one of my favorite sections in the National Museum, the section that is dedicated to miniature paintings. I remember when this section launched, it must have been in the early 2000s, I think about 2003, 2004. And I was covering the launch of this section for ANI News Agency and for Reuters. And it was the first time that the collection of different styles of miniature paintings from all across India, be it Mughal miniature, of course, the Pahadi, the Dakkan, the Kishangarh from Rajasthan, all of these styles in different genres were brought together in this one section. And you could walk into this gallery and see all the different style of miniature paintings from across the country. What you have here is from the section of Mughal miniature dated 1740 to 1750 AD, and it is a marriage procession of Shah Jahan's son Dara Shikoh. And very different from the most common miniature works that you have are mostly from the forest and hunting scenes from the forest. This is a night scene, and you can see the night sky which is lit up in fireworks. And this is a massive celebration because it's the marriage of Emperor Shah Jahan's son, Dara Shikoh, a very beloved favorite son who he wanted to take over the dynasty, be the next in line. But of course, that didn't happen. Aurangzeb took over. But this is the grand celebration of the emperor's son. And you see so many of those fireworks, and you have the groom in the center, and everyone's celebrating.
I'm in this hall which depicts in detail in these light boxes that you have on the story of Indian scripts, the evolution, how we've come about into scripts that are present day Tamil, Bengali, Hindi, Devanagari, Telugu. But I'm telling you what is a huge shock here. There is no place for Urdu. Urdu is a language that was born in India, that belongs to India. And yet, in none of these plates that you have makes any mention of Urdu. So, when you think of Takshila, you think of stone statues, you think of the stupa, but this is a collection which brings together gold jewelry from Takshila, dated 1st century CE. And the intricacy with this is made. Look at this piece of jewelry, it's a earring, such fine, thin gold. And here's something that matches my stole that I got from Egypt. This is also from Egypt, the bust of a king, dated 715 BC.